No? All right. So let me share my screen. So hope my screen is visible to you. Please confirm. Okay. Right. All right. Okay. So let us take up the next topic of HTML, and that is nothing but the list. Okay. So just look at the screen. What is a list basically? And on a page. Okay, on any web page, listing means that we categorize or we divide the article into points. Okay, so points can be numbered or can be given in bullet point, right? So we can have certain format of bullet also, like we can have circle or we can have disk or a square like that. That is built-in property of HTML. Or we can have listing the item as per numbers. Okay, numbers like 1, 2, 3, like this. Okay, or we can number the points like A, B, C, like this. Or we can number the points like A, B, C in caps. Okay, or we can number the points like in Roman numbers, like first, second, third, like this. Okay, and in case of Roman, we have again both the choice, small Roman or capital Roman. Okay, so that is also possible like this. So you can see we have different choices. How many choices we have to make the listing of point? Either we can give it in numbers like 1, 2, 3, or we can give it in alphabets like ABC in a small case. Alternative of the alphabet is that we can give the listing into uh, double or capital letters like capital A, capital B, like that. Okay. Or next choice is, that is fourth one, that we can give the listing in Roman numbers in a small case. And last one is that we can give list in Roman numbers in capital case. Capital case. Okay. So let's see that what are the type of list and how it is created. So we'll try to understand the concept and we will implement it in the coding part also. Okay. So we have two type of list. Just note down and try to understand each and everything. We have two type of list in HTML which is supported. That is unordered. All right. The tag dedicated to create unordered listing is UL. So UL stand for unordered list. How it is done, how it is created, we will see it after a few minutes. Okay. And number one. Number two, we have another choice of creating listing, that is ordered listing. Ordered. Okay. So we have two type of list, unordered and ordered. The dedicated tag for ordered list is OL. OL. Okay. So that's the ordered list. Okay. So let me create one simple example for you. Then we will move ahead. So let me create one small program to create a list. So go to the file, come to VS Code, go to file, go to new file. Let's say list1.html. Okay. So a new file will create. Let's create an HTML file first. If this is not required, we can delete it or we can keep it. There's no issue. So how to create a list? Let's say start with the unordered list, that is UL tag. Okay. So tag name is UL. This pair tag, so it will contain further subtags. So UL tag will create an unordered list. And items are enclosed in another subtag that is called li tag. Listing tag means li tag. Okay. So li tag will contain the item contained by the listing. So let's say my first item is, let's say, course name. Course name. Okay. And we can have another li containing h, or we can have branch. Okay. We can have a branch. Let's say course name is b tag. Okay. B tag. Let's make it more clear. B tag. And here, let's say year. Year. That's a second year. Okay. Okay. And we can have another listing item. Let's say institute. Okay. So our institute can be IIT Madras. Yes. Okay. So this list is unordered list, number one. Okay. So UL tag will open at line number 8 and it will close at line number 13, and it will contain 3 items under it. The course name, its year, and institute. So just save it and try to run. So here is the creation of list. I hope you are able to see it properly and try. You have understood it, how to create a list. So items are listed through bullet points. So what is symbol of bullet point here? The symbol of bullet point is nothing but the disk. By default, it is disk. Filled disk, you can see. It is filled disk with the default black color. So whatever item we add up in this unordered list will be listed like this. So next item will come here and will be listed. Next item will come to next, like this. So it is a simple example to create a list. Okay. Now moving ahead. I hope you understood this. Okay. Now moving ahead, the default bullet point was here, nothing but the disk, filled disk. Okay. So what other choice we are, like other than this bullet point, can we have an alternative bullet point? So let's see. So how to change it, how to give some different bullet point? Let's see the option. Okay. So how to give the option here? Come to the UL tag. All right. And type here, type equal to, let's say, circle. Okay. Side, it should be circle. So here we have taken one attribute to this UL tag. The name of the attribute is nothing but the type, and we have given value to that attribute to circle. Okay, just save it and see. Are you looking at the change? Are you observing the change on the outcome? So bullet point has changed from disk to circle. Circle means hollow disk. It will not be filled. So if it is required, we can change the bullet point from disk to like circle. I think it is clear. Now, what other choice we have other than this value circle to something else? Like we can have third case that is called square. Okay, that is square. So type can be square. Just save it and see. Let me see whether spelling of square is okay or no. Spelling is not okay, so that's why it is not coming. Spelling should be this way. And look at the outcome. Okay. So here the bullet has changed from circle to square. So earlier by default it was a disk. Then we have alternative choice that we can make it circle here, circle, or we can make it square. So if we take it disk, spelling it DISC, okay. So the bullet will come like this. So what do you understand? The default one is disk. So if you don't take any attribute, any value or any attribute in type, then by default it comes out. That means the default bullet is nothing but the disk. Right? Clear? I think you got this point. Okay. Now, if I want to create sublisting of it, sublisting means we can have further here in this point, in second point, we can have, let's say, same in second year, what the same can be? The same third same, or let's say semester fourth or fourth sem, like that. So how to create the sublisting or in case of unordered list? Let's see. Let's try to make it. So here we want to create the listing, sublisting of year. Like from second year, we want to make semester 2, semester 4, like that. Okay. So that is done by creating sublisting. So how to create a sublisting here? Here we will come. Okay. And we will create another UL here. That is again unordered list. Under this UL, we will take two LIs. One LI will contain second sem or second semester, semester 2, whatever you want to write, you can write. So second semester, it will contain another LI, list item. LI stands for list item. Okay. So let's say fourth semester. Fourth semester. Just save it and see. Spelling of semester is open. Okay. So let's see it. So what it has taken by default? By default, it has taken the internal or sublisting has taken disk value. No, circle value. So that random thing. We want to specify that we don't want the type of it to circle. We want to make it square or something else. And here, here it is. So there is no limit. Even we can create further sublisting. Even we can create further sublisting. Inside of second semester, we can take name of the subjects. Like in second semester, we have 4 subjects, 5 subjects. Then we can give name to that subject under second semester and under fourth semester, like that. So there is no limit. As per the requirement, we can create hierarchy of the listing. And what we are trying to understand right now, we are trying to understand right now the concept of unordered listing. Unordered. Okay. So here, this entire content is enclosed in UL tag. Okay. And UL tag will comprise the list item, LI. Okay. So it will open, it will contain certain LI, then it will close. And further, if you want to make it sublisting, then after LI, whose the sublisting belong, we can further create the sublisting tag, that is UL. So that's how we can create the unordered listing in HTML. I think it is clear. Just confirm me.
Clear, sir.
Okay, fine. Do you want to have this code? If you want this code, I can just copy it and paste in your chat box. I have no problem. If you want this code, I can share it with you. And you would want this code, or you are noting somewhere, or just you are understanding it, grasping it. No response. Let me continue. Okay, so till now, the concept of unordered listing has over. You want the code? Okay, let me copy and paste. You can further try it out for better understanding. So always the programming and coding part required practice. Practice is must. All right. Now let me move ahead. There's a limitation in Google Gmeet that I have to switch from my screen to Google Meet to see your comments and to see your responses. Anyways, we will manage it. All right, let me continue. Now, try to understand the concept of OL list. So, OL list means it is an ordered list. Ordered list means it will not have bullets, rather, it will have numbers, numbers or alphabets. Let's try to understand it through example. Okay. Just go to VS Code and let's create it from UL to OL. So let me make this file with another name. Let's say list to how do I see that? Okay. Save this file. Go to the first one. There it is. Copy it. Paste it here. Okay. So UL will replace with OL because here we are creating ordered list. Okay. So this outer OL will open first and it will close last. So hierarchy should be maintained. Hierarchy should be maintained, whether it is O or something else. It should be O. Yeah, it is O. So this O is containing ordered list. Now in this case, type will cannot be disk, square, or circle because that is not applicable for the ordered list. So let me make one change only. I'm converting UL to OL tag, that is the outer tag, and let us change this one also. Otherwise, that is our choice that we are making both the list inner and outer ordered or unordered. So save it and run it. See here. Are you getting the point? So outer list is having 3 points: the course, year, and institute. All right. And you can observe that by default, it is numbering the order list with digits. Digits in decimal, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is no uh, highest limit of or any end limit of these numbers. It can go up to lakhs or maybe millions or billions or whatever. Okay, so that depends. That depends. Inner list is also taking the type as 1, 2, 3. So I think this concept is clear that how can we create ordered list. The tag name is OL. For unordered list, the tag name is UL. And LI is same. List item is same in both the cases, whether it is UL tag or OL tag. Now let me move ahead. So what we can make change in case of OL list or order list. So here we can give the type attribute once again, but it will not contain the type of bullets. Rather, it will take the symbol of listing, whether it is in digital or in Roman or in alphabets. So if I give here, let's say 1, if I give here 1, output will remain same. That means by default, the value of type is digit, numeric value. Okay. Now, if I make this type as a, small a, and just save it and come here. Are you noticing? The listing numbering has changed from digit to alphabets. which caption of alphabets? Small. Okay. Which is style of alphabets? Small style. So small ABC are coming. Small ABC are coming. And inside or sublist is having digit only, because we have not made any change there. It is having type square. So it is not applicable here. We should not take like type equal to square or something. So whatever is not applicable will not be affect the outcome also. So that code was um, extra code, you can say, or that was a unrequired code. Okay, so we cannot apply mismatch. So the property of ordered list cannot work in unordered or vice versa. The property of unordered can also not work in case of ordered listing. All right. So here by default, sublist will take numeric because we have not given any type attribute over here at line number 11, that is creating sublisting. But here we have given outer list as type equal to A. That's why it is making alphabets. Let me make from small a to capital A here. Save it and see. Have you noticed the difference? Here listing item as numbered with alphabets, capital letters. Okay. Why it has become capital? Because here we have passed the value of type equal to capital A. So can we give here other than capital A some other letter like this? Let's say B. Will it work? Answer is no. So only we have choice. In case of alphabet, either we can pass small a or capital A, not B or C or D or whatever. I hope you are getting this point and understanding properly. Okay. So we have two choices. We have seen two choices till now. Either we can give one, or we can give small a, or we can give capital A. So let me take it other than one to some other value. Let's say take it 2. So what it will make? It will consider default numbering, default number. So 2 is not affecting here. It is considering default numbering, that is dist. Now moving ahead, and here give small I. Okay. So come here. Our numbering has changed from alphabet to Roman numbers. First, second, third, like that. Okay. So can we give here other than small I to something else? Will it work? Answer is no. In case of Roman, we can only pass small I. Okay, we can only pass small I, not double I, or let's say this value, or this value. Those are not allowed. Only we can give single I, small I. Okay. Now moving ahead, let me give capital I. See the effect. Notice the difference on the outcome. So now it has numbered to capital letters Romans, first, second, third. So it is still Roman, but it is considering in capital Roman numbers. And inner list has also affected. That is taking unordered or controlled value. Uncontrolled value. So to avoid it, we can also pass here type equal to something. Type equal to, because in inner list is also ordered. Okay, so it is affecting the outer listing is affecting the inner list. In HTML, something unexpected can happen if you are not controlling the code, because HTML does not throw any error. Whatever substance of the code is understood by the interpreter or by the browser, it runs. Otherwise, it is ignored or something else will come. So we have to be careful while writing the code of HTML that we are controlling each and everything from ourselves as a programmer or as a developer. All right. So inner list is having now what I have passed here, type equal to 1. Outer list is having Roman numbers. Okay. I think it is clear. Now let me move ahead. Here my type is digit only, and I'm also passing one more attribute in OL tag. And that attribute is nothing but the start. Attribute is start. Okay. And here I am giving this value, let's say 4. Right? I am giving this value 4. Means we are giving the listing numbers in digits, but the number should start from 4. Let's see the outcome. Are you noticing the difference? The numbers of the listing are starting from 4. So 4, 5, 6 are coming in outer list, and by default 3, 1 and 2 are coming in inner list. So we have not made any change in the inner list. That's why it is taking the effect of start in outer list only. Clear? So if we give the value 10 to start, obviously it will start from 10 like this, 10, 12, 10, 11, 12 like that. Okay. The same thing, start value, start attribute works in case of alphabet also. So if I pass here A and I gave here start value as 3. So any guess? Then from which letter the list will start? Outer list? Hmm? Which letter it will start from?
C.
Correct, C. Absolutely correct. It will start from C. C, D, E like that. Understood. Now, inner list is doing something else. It is uncontrolled. So we have to pass here something. Let's say type equal to OL is type. Yeah, it's correct. Fine. Numbering is started 1, 2, and we have given second and fourth semesters. That's okay. There is no problem. Inner list is okay. Now, let's look at some interesting thing. See, if I pass here, let's say value Z. Okay. How many alphabets there in English alphabets? How many? 26.
26.
Right. So suppose if I give here 26, what will be the numbering of first item? Which letter is at 26th position? Obviously Z, small z. Now point is, what will be numbered this value? Year, second year. What it will come? What is your common sense?
ABC.
Because ABC. You mean it will restart from again from ABC. After that, it will take again ABC. Suppose if we
Yes,
have
sir.
taken already Z value from ABC, then this numbering will duplicate, and listing cannot be duplicate. In a listing, in a single hierarchy, 2 items cannot numbered with the same number. It has to be unit. This cannot be like this, that listing was continuing from A, B, C like this. It has reached to Z, and after that Z, it will again start with the letter A. Is it seem logical? In this case, your ABC will be duplicated. A will come twice here, and again after 26 letter, A will again start like that. So that is not the case in case of if we are exceeding the number of alphabet in HTML. Okay, there is something else. It is managed by that after Z. Okay, if 26 letter has been covered, so Z has covered. After Z, it will not take again A, rather it will take A, double A. Then guess what is next? Means 26th, 27th letter will be this one, double A. And what should be the next? Tell me.
AB, sir.
Correct, AB. And what is 28th is this, and 29th? Hmm?
AD, sir.
AC. AA, AB, AC like that. Okay. So obviously, in outcome, what should be the numbering? It will take Z. I mean, BTEC CSC will take Z, and this one AA, and this one AB. I am holding on. Just try to understand. If you don't understand, try to make it clear before moving ahead. That is must. Is it okay? So to avoid the
Sir,
confusion, let me remove the inner list.
Sir,
Yes, please.
can we give any alphabet in start value?
No, in a start value we can't get alphabets. In a start value, it is always number in digits, whether it is Roman type or it is alphabet type or number type. This is
Okay.
always a number. It
Okay, sir.
cannot be like Roman numbers or alphabets. Got it? So
Yes,
if I
sir.
take one more listing, okay, what could be the next value? Let's say section. Section is C. Okay. So in this case, what should be the numbering? Any guess? Obviously, it will be Z because it is starting with from 26th letter. This would be AA. This would be AB, and this would be AC. In capital letters or in small letters? Small letters because type is small a. Save it and see the outcome. Here it is. So Z, AA, AB, and AC. Are you getting the point? I hope you are understanding the concept. Tell me. Yes or no? You might be responding
sir.
on you might be responding on chat or through thumb raising and something like that, but that window is not visibly. Let me see. Okay. All right. Now let me move ahead. Come to code once again. So if I double the alphabet, see this thing also. If I give here capital A, obviously the numbering will be from capital letters. So that's the case of the letters, whether it will be small or capital. That is a different point. I'm talking about the numbering management starting point. So come here again. If I repeat the alphabet of English twice, okay, so 26 letters are there. If I take it twice, then which is the last one letter? 52. So what will be the 52th letter? It would be A Z, isn't it? Okay, AZ. Now, if I start this value from 53, any guess which letter it will take? If I start the listing from 53, then which letter it will take? Which combination? I think somebody has responded on, might be on chat. Let me see. Triple A, ABA. Okay. Anybody else?
BA, BB, BC, like that, sir.
Other than these two? Exactly, absolutely correct. Okay, who is this?
Bhavyasri, sir.
Responded? Good, Avishri. You are absolutely correct. It will be like this only. So if I start this, other student, please note it down. If I start this from 53, then it will be like BA, BB, BC like this, BD. So first letter will alter in that case. So it was earlier AA, AB, AC like this. Now it will become BA, BB, BC, BD like this. Save it. See the outcome. There it is. Got it? Why it is taking capital alphabet? Because we have taken this type equal to capital A. You can make it small. It is not BA, BB, BC, BD like that. Got it? I think it is clear. Now moving ahead, if I take it, let's say I, letter I. Like started from let's say 10. In Roman, which one is the 10th number? 10th number is small x. So x, xi, x double I, like this. Okay. See, xi means 10th, 11th, 12th, 13, like that. So if I take it number 50, what is the letter dedicated to 15 Roman numbers? M or C or something else? Let's see. It is L. Yeah, it is L. Okay. A Roman number L is 50. So if I gave here, let's say 100, I guess it is M. No, it is C. It is C. And if I give it here, let's say 1000, that letter is nothing but the M. So 1000 letter is M in this case. That is Roman sequence. So that is your choice. That what letter you are taking. I think it is clear. You got the concept of listing. Okay. So let me cross check. Guys, how many of you are connected with laptop? Or I should ask reverse question. How many of you are connected with mobile phones? Anybody who has joined the class from mobile phone? Ganesh has connected through mobile phone. Okay. Subhas is also connected through mobile phone. Manish has also connected with mobile phone. Okay, Lavanya is also in mobile. Just as a suggestion, do you find it comfortable to see the screen and to understand the coding part on mobile screen? Isn't it too small? This is just suggestion. Don't take it otherwise. This is just suggestion. If you're seriously trying to understand the concept, the screen should be bigger. Number one. And in between, I may ask you to practice something at your end also. So what is the reason, student who have just responded that they are connected through mobile phone? What is the reason? You got a laptop or some other reason is there? So this is just my advice. If you have owned a laptop, and you should connect through laptop only, not through mobile. Otherwise, result will not be 100%. I mean, understanding will not be 100%. So this is just a suggestion. If you do not have any restriction or any valid reason to join the class through mobile phone, then you should connect it through laptop. Okay. So my point here is, can you anybody try to make some listing? If I give you one exercise, will anybody try to create a list, any sort of list, having any small example? So some, okay, you stand want to make it clear. Okay, fine, good, great. So is it acceptable to all the students? If I ask someone to create some listing part at their end, will all the students agree for this? Anybody who is not in this favor that some students should try? All right. I think nobody should have any excuse, okay, or any exception on doing this, or any problem doing this. Okay, who is sharing the screen? Let me give you the objective first. Okay, so try to understand the objective first, then you should try. So what do we want to do? Just try to create a list like student name. It should be, let's say we are collecting some data from the class, from any of the class. So we want to collect some point and bullet points. Okay. So let's say we want to collect the data like A, name of the student. Okay. B, other name. You will type in full. Let's say mother name. This is your choice whether you take the value of this property or not. Letter D, it can be a mobile number. And letter C, A, B, C, D, E. Letter E, let's say email ID. And further letter can be like address and something else. Just try to create this listing. Okay. And in between, you will also try to make it sublisting part also. Okay. So I'll try to enhance the code by taking some listing, sublisting also. Let's say father name, then first name and middle name and last name, like that. Mobile name can be divided into country code, area code, and something like that. Okay. That thing. Okay. So let me stop sharing my screen, and any one of you who has uh, basically become ready to practice it will share their screen, and let me see. Yeah, I have stopped sharing my screen. Just share your screen and try. Who's trying? I think 3 to 4 students responded for this. Who's trying this? Don't worry, I'll help you out. And all the rest student will also encourage and motivate to get it done. Who's trying? Let me know. Let me know, students. Who's trying? Who's trying to share the screen? Respond at least. It is not compulsory a part. Okay. If you don't try, it is not mandatory. I'll continue covering next topic. At least let me know who is trying or trying to share the screen or not. Shall share my screen, sir. Yeah, iPhone. In phone. Would you be able to write the code in phone? Subhas, that is the point. Can you do coding? Okay. You try it out. If you can do, there's no problem. Try it out.
So today we are
Okay.
not. I'm not connecting to
Let us see.
laptops, so that's why I can't.
Mhm. That was my point actually. If you do not have any excuse, if you do not have any valid reason, you should join the class through laptop. This is beneficial in multiple ways.
Sir, is it visible, sir?
Yeah, it is visible. Okay. Alright. Creating an order list. No problem. See, in I think this letter is U, no? This is not order list, no? If it is unordered list, then type cannot be A. Just try to understand. If this is UL, the type can be square or a disc or circle. Okay. Right. Good, 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 good. Very good. So you've taken bullet point as square.
Okay, sir. Shall I
Yes.
stop sharing my
Yeah,
screen?
yeah. Thanks. Stop sharing.
Okay, sir.
See, this practice will give you confidence. Later on, we will try to create entire web pages by using some different technology also like CSS or JavaScript like that. Okay. So practice is must. Whether you do it on part and parcel in the class time also, or you should try it out after the class. Spare some time and try out. At least whatever we discuss in the class, you should try it out at your end. That is beneficial in multiple. Now let me share my screen. Okay. Yeah, Mansa, please try. Yeah, do it. Not yet. Mansa, your screen is not visible to us. Is it visible to other members? Actually, I am not able to see the screen of Mansa. It is Mansa or Manasa, whatever. Are other member able to see a screen of Manasa? Hmm.
No, sir.
Yeah. Can't access it showing such. There might be a permission issue. But earlier student was able to share it. I think this should not be any restriction. Was it? So option is coming, Manasa, or not? The screen sharing option is coming at your device or not? Okay. There might be permission issue. Okay, option is coming, then it should be able to share. Otherwise, option will not show. Anyways. So what is the error? What is the message? Somebody has wrote done. Might be permission are given. You can try it now once more if it is possible. Otherwise, we will continue. Manasa, are you still trying, or should I continue? Okay, fine. No issue. Let me share my screen. So I think my screen is visible to all. Are you able to see my screen? Okay, fine. So let's continue. This topic is over. How to create listing in on any page. Basically, listing concept is very important on web page in terms of displaying some items or articles, or it is also very important to create menu bars. Listings are also used to create menu bars on websites with the help of CSS. We will see it after some time when we will try to create menu bar. Okay, so this we have already discussed or implemented. Okay, this we have already done. Now, next type of listing can be DL and DT and DD. Try to understand this thing. Okay, try to understand this thing. So, other than numbering unordered and ordered listing, we have some different type of listing in HTML also. That is known as DL, that is definition listing. DT, that is definition terms, and we have definition description, that is called DD. Okay, so we will first try to understand the example and outcome, then I'll make you understand and I'll further explain the concept of this kind of listing. It is not unordered, it is not ordered. This is definition listing. So come here and take this code. So here you can just note, like UL and OL, here tag name is DL. That is definition list. Okay. So here container tag is DL. The DL tag is further containing DT. That is definition term. And definition term is further containing DD. That is definition description. So what is meaning of all these sequence? Let me save this file with different name. This was list2. Let me save this file with list3.html. Okay. Okay. Save it. Are you able to see this? So there is no outcome of DL. Outcome is there of only two tags, DT and DD. Okay. And this tag is DT, that is definition term. Definition term. And this is the outcome of the tag DD. DD. That is definition description. So I think you have seen the bibliography portion in a book, in the last portion of the book. Sometimes we give some abbreviation in starting in the inside of the book, then later on we define those abbreviations. So in that case, we can go for use of DL list, definition list. Suppose we have some terms, we want to describe it. Okay, so DL will enclose two tags, the term and its description, like this, like this. I think it is clear now. If it is not, let me know. So this code says that we have a definition listing, like we have a bibliographic kind of thing. And what term we have? Like we have a HTML term. So what is description of this HTML? Then we have a dog term. Then what is description of dog? So likewise, we can describe all the term and definition. Term is definition or its description, like that. Here bullet will not come. Here number will not come. It will be listing in terms of the term and its definition only. I hope it is clear. So third type of listing supported in HTML is nothing but the definition list. So how many listing we have understood till now? Three type of listing. Unordered list, the tag was UL. Unordered list, the tag was OL. And definition list, the tag is DL. Definition list. UL contains LI. OL contains further LI. And DL contains two tags, two subtags. What? DT and DD. DT will have abbreviation. DD will have its detail or description. So what is the term and what is the description? So term will follow description. So sequence will carry on like this. DT and DD. DT and DD like this. We cannot take two DT in sequence, and we should not take two DD in sequence. So it's an alternative. DT will follow DD, and further DT will follow further DD. I think it is clear. Let me know, yes or no. Have you understood this concept? Great. Anybody who has doubt in the concept of creating listing on HTML file? Let me know. Any student want to make anything clear before moving ahead? No? Okay, fine, great. This we have already discussed. Two attribute we can take in case of order listing. Okay, type and start. Start which is always in numeric value. Type has how many choices? 5 choices. Okay, 1, A, capital A, small I, and capital I. Capital I. Yes, capital I. 1, 2, 3, 5. 5 choices we have in case of type, and start depend that from which point we want to start our list. In case of this one or this one or this one, this one or this one, in all 5 cases. But always keep remember this number will be digit only. Like in case of alphabet, this number cannot be like K or I or something like that. In this case also, it cannot be other than this digit. So this is fixed. Start will have a digit only, but type can have the any letter from all the 5 choices, either 1, A, capital A, small I, or capital A. In this case, I cannot take C. In this case, I cannot take 2. In this case, I cannot take like capital D. Like this, that's a restriction. So only these letters are allowed. Either 1, small a, capital A, small I, and capital I. Understood? This we have discussed. So if you want to make it practice, you can take it a screenshot of this thing and you can try it out. So obviously here, what is type in this? What is type? Tell me. So what is the value of type here? A. And what is the value of start? This
2.
thing. Correct, 2. Because it's starting from letter B. And here it is nesting listing. The bullet point is nothing but the circle. Here it is. Okay. And you can try some more example for better understanding. Okay, this is already done. It's already done. Now, as a last topic in today's class, let me discuss the concept of images. How to put image on a web page. Image on a web page. In first class, we discussed the concept of how to set the background of the image to the web page. That was different thing. The attribute of was background. But how can we take an image or some image on a web page? So tag name is nothing but the img. So to take an image, we have tag name as img, image, short form of image. Okay. And what are the attribute of image tag? The first very important attribute is nothing but the src. That what is the image that is to be displayed. So src will have path of the image, the image which will display on the page. Now, second attribute can be alt. So that is an alternate text. What is that? If image is not displayed due to any problem, like image is not there, path is not found, format is not matched, in that case, whatever text we have given in the alt attribute will be displayed on the place of image. So first attribute, second attribute, third attribute. In what direction we want to align the image on page? Like in the area where we have displayed the image, it will align to left or to center or to right. We can control. How the alignment of the image is controlled? By giving align attribute. So that is third attribute. Okay. What is next attribute of the image tag? Next, understand? The fourth attribute is width. We can control width of the image. Width value can be given in percentage or in it can be given in inch or pixels or points, whatever the value is. Okay, normally in HTML this value is given in pixels, EX. Likewise, we can control height also. That is fifth point, fifth attribute. Okay, we can control height of so we can control height and width of the image. The next attribute, that is sixth one, is that we can set border of the image. By default, border is 0. If we give some value to the border attribute, then that border will come of that image. It will enclose in the border. So border is nothing but the pixels. The number of the pixel, if more, it will make the border thicker. Okay. Now, seventh attribute is h space. Here h is for horizontal. Space means how much? Horizontal means The space from left or from right we are giving. So how much space this image will left before displaying from left or from right? That is giving like H space, and V space means vertical space. If image is displayed on some context, and how much space it will leave from top or how much space it will leave from bottom. So vertical space and horizontal space with respect to other element displayed on the web page can be controlled by these two attributes of the img tag, H space and V space. Okay. Now let us try. Let us try the example. What was our page? I think our page was this one. Let's discuss. Let's say try to display the image over here. That is the list one file. Okay. Right. So let me see. This folder is this one, WT September. Okay. Do we have images folder? Yeah, we have. Picture one we have. Okay. So let me pick this image from here. Pick one.jpg and paste this image over here. Okay. Now come to our file. That is nothing but the list one. So what is the tag to display image? The tag is img. img. And what is important attribute to be taken in the img tag? That's it. That is src. What src will contain? The name of the image. What is name of image? Pick one.jpg. All right. And here this tag will be closed. This is also a singular tag. img tag is also singular tag because it will not contain any content in between. Everything will be set in the img tag itself. Okay. So just save it and run this. This image is coming. This image is very small. Let me take some more image. Let me pick this image. Copy. Copy. There. And I have folder. Folder is this one. Image name is pick 4. It is nothing but pick. It is save it. So this is the image. The default size of image is this one only because we have not controlled the height or width of this image. Got it? So what was the next attribute to be applied on the img tag? Let's try some tag before closing. So what tag should what attribute should I take? Let's take border. Border equal to, let's say, 3 pixels. Save it and see. This image has border. Are you noting the border? I think it is visible. Increase the number of pixels from 3 to, let's say, 5. The border will become thicker. Okay. So we can set the border of the image by taking border attribute. What more attribute we can take? We can take alt attribute. Alt. Before alt, let's set the width and height of this image. Width, let's say 300 pixel. Height, let's say 350 pixel. Yes. Otherwise, by default, it's taking PS. Don't pass. Now, image will be displayed in the desired or given size, given height and width. All right. So we should increase its width. The image has distorted. So we should take reverse of it. Width should be more. Image is aligned in that way. The height should be less. Let's say Let's take height to 300. So you can see our image seems more proper. So what was the next attribute that we could give? As space and V space. Okay. Let me take alt tag. Alt tag means let's say dog image. Dog image. Okay. So what happened if we take alt tag? If image is displayed properly, then nothing will happen. Image will display. So what is use of giving alt attribute? Alt attribute in the IMG tag. So suppose due to any reason, if this image is not available, let's say make it name of this image from pick 1, pick 4 to pick 5. Let's see. In this case, in my current folder, pick 5 is not there. What will happen? The alt tag will come in the picture. Are you getting the point? So in this case, whatever we have written inside of alt tag will be displayed here. Just to give the hint to the viewer or to the programmer that what should have come here. So that is the use of alt tag here. Okay. So before closing, let me discuss one more point in the IMG tag. What is that? Here it can be 3 cases in case of SRC attribute. SRC attribute. Your image to be displayed can be in the same folder. So this is the first case. If image is there in the same folder, then we can give name of the image only. That will do. Number 2, the image can be on same system, but it is in different folder or in different path. In that case, we give path. And what is number 3rd case? In 3rd case, image can be on a different server or different system. In that case, we give URL. URL stands for Universal Resource Locator. That is nothing but the path of the image from the remote, from a different system. So in that case, image will come from network to my system, and then it will display. So I think it is sufficient for today. Before closing, you can ask your question if you have.
Sir,
Clear your doubts? Yes.
how to use align attributes, sir, in image?
Yeah, we can apply align attribute also. So suppose if we apply align attribute, by default image is aligned to direction left. If we align this image to, let's say, right, image will come to right side. Right side, here it is. Okay. But image is not coming because this image does not exist in the current folder. Let's see now. Yes. Still it is not coming. Why it is not coming? Let's see. It 4 it should be. Okay. So align works in 3 cases. By default, it is left, or it can be right. And 3rd choice to the align attribute is nothing but the center. Image can be aligned to center of the page also. Center is not working. Why it is not working? Let me see. Value should be center. There might be some hidden region. That's why it is not displayed. Otherwise, if we give value of align to center, then this image will come to the center of the page. See, the property of the HTML are limited. That's why we go for CSS. In some of the cases, due to anything, whether browser is not supporting, version issue is there, some of the attribute might not work sometime. That is not under our control. In that case, we should go for CSS. Okay. Yes, anything else? Question is there. Yeah, I have already explained is if image is not displayed due to any reason, then this text written in alt tag displayed, just to give the hint. Otherwise, blank portion or blank space will create some problem or some confusion. that what could have or that at this place. So we give the text of that image, might be name of the image or description of the image in that alt text. So if somehow image is not displayed in that place, this text will display. Got it? I think it is clear. V space, H space will give the space between some other object and image. Or you can say simply it will set the margin. It will set the margin from other component available on the web page, either from horizontal or from vertical. So here H space, H stand for horizontal and V stand for vertical. Don't worry, I'll show this in next class. Taking some component to left, taking some component to right, and then we will apply H space and V space. Be clear. At the time, last time is exceeded. That's why I want to not want to continue more. I have another class. Okay. So should we conclude here?
Sir, if I share the HTML file to the another device, then images are not visible, no, sir.
In that case, path creates some issue. So we have to manage path properly. So if path is properly set or image is there in that set path, then definitely image will display. This happens in
Sir,
case of this mismatch. Yes.
I am saying that if I use it to transfer the file to another device, then the path, then the image location is not there, no, sir, on the device.
See, Subhas, in that case, we have to, I have already answered. In that case, we have to manage path. Whether on my current system, what was the path, if it is matching, resembling on different system or not. If it is resembling, then definitely it will run without any problem. Okay. What happened in that case, what I was saying, in copying and pasting, some change made in the path. That's why image stopped displaying. That is the only reason. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right. So guys, bye for now. Let's connect next class.